Welcome to Midnight Cult Confessions, where secrets don't sleep. Before we get started, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Rome Little Theater. At Rome Little Theater, there's truly something for everyone. Like theater features are an exciting array of musicals, laugh-out-loud comedies, and engaging dramas on its main stage. Guests can also enjoy the monthly table read series Playspace, where stories spring to life. Don't forget to check out the upcoming fall workshops available for actors of all ages through the Lights Up program. If you're looking to get involved and fuel your passion for the arts, visit RomeLittleTheater.com for tickets, volunteer opportunities, and more information. At RLT, theater life is the best life. We'd also like to thank our other sponsors, Rome Area Council for the Arts, MJ Chisholm at Hardy Reality, China Max, River City Bank, Georgia Highlands College, and Food Lion. Today I am here with Michaela and Riley, and they're going to be telling us about Mayhem. So I did hear that Mayhem is a black metal group. Can you explain what black metal is?
It's a subgenre of heavy metal, but it's like 10 times worse. Like it's raw. It's absolutely raw music. Like they don't do anything in editing it. It's just shrieking vocals, very fast tempo.
So is it kind of like scream? Like are they screaming in it at all, or is it just loud?
I mean, it's both.
It's a mix.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it's gonna be very fast, very loud, and a lot of it's just gonna be
Okay, so let's get into their name. Why did they choose Mayhem for their name?
So they actually got it from, wasn't it like the first album from a different band that inspired them?
It was actually the first recorded black metal band. It's not, I mean, from what I know, it's not as famous as Mayhem because they weren't as problematic, but they were the first to really get in to the genre until Mayhem.
Okay. Did the band start out as just 4 members?
It started off as 3. There were 3 16-year-olds. You had Oystein, you had Jorn, and you had another one which is like, I don't know, I forgot his real name.
You just call him by his
Yeah, it's Kendetil or something. I'm gonna butcher these names so bad here. I'm going to. I'm not Norwegian. But he went from like Mayhem, that was his like name. But they were all 16-year-olds. They were all really into like metal and stuff, and then they just in slasher films, very into slasher films. And then they all kind of just got together and made this band.
So how did like they grow up? Like, is there any like rough childhood backstory that they had to what they did, or?
Well, for the first like 3 of the band, I've done as much research as I possibly can, and on Oystein, there's nothing on him. Like, I've done as much research as I possibly can get, and the only research I got was considered false. So
it's kind of like he's just a mystery. And Oystein is the leader, correct?
Yes, he is. He's the lead guitarist too.
Okay.
And then
oh yeah, can you tell me like what their positions were, like what they did?
Jorn is the bassist.
Okay.
And Mayhem was like, because Jorn, when it was just the 3 of them, he was both the lead vocalist and the bassist, and Mayhem, whatever his name was, was the drummer.
Okay.
And
so that was the main group, right?
That was the main group.
So back to their backstories. I'm sorry about that. Back to their backstories. You can continue.
And I don't think we were able to find that much on most of them, actually.
Yeah. Oh,
so they're just mysteries.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I even tried looking up Jorn. That's the thing. I looked up Jorn too. Nothing. I swear they were ghosts, or they didn't talk about their lives.
Well, I mean, if you were doing all the stuff that they did, you'd want to not be known. I mean,
hey, apparently Jorn still wanted to be known. He's still out there.
So, who is Pele?
Okay, so getting into this,
because isn't he like in the second group band or whatever?
Yes.
That was like the final group.
Final group?
Yes. We're gonna add a little extra person here. We're gonna do Jan. which he was the new drummer, and then you had Pella, which was the lead vocalist. Now, I'll get into the backstory of Jan. He was actually a really normal kid. Like, he played sports, and I'm gonna say, like, he was probably one of the popular kids. Most likely.
And he turned out the way he did?
Yeah, the thing is, at first he said he didn't even like drums. Until one day, his grandparents gave him a drum kit, and I guess he just got into it and realized that drum was his passion.
And they just went on from there?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so heading back to Pele, what was up with him? Like, why did he end up joining? Like, what was his backstory?
Now, another surprising thing, he was a pretty normal kid.
Okay.
Yeah. He was a pretty normal kid until up at the moment he turned 10. His brother said that he was bullied really badly, and one day it got so bad that he got a ruptured spleen as like due to a brutal beating. And it was so bad that he was hospitalized and declared clinically dead.
I did hear about that. It was like a disorder he had.
Yeah, his disorder was the walking corpse syndrome, which was Cotard's syndrome, I believe that's how you say it. And it was so bad that when he finally returned home from being hospitalized, he was obsessed with death. Because it's like he'd been there, and it kind of...
So it kind of just messed up his brain.
Yeah. It did.
Okay. Whoa.
Which is actually where he got his stage name. He calls himself Dead.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So can you tell me about their stage names real quick, just like in passing?
Okay. So Oystein...
The new group, not the old one.
Oysteins is Euronymous. I actually don't know what that means. It's like anonymous. I call him anonymous 24/7 sometimes. You have Yorn, which is Necro Butcher.
Okay.
Don't agree with that one. And then we know Pella, he's dead. Jan is Hellhammer. And I think that's all 4 of them. Yeah, that's all 4 of them.
So, sorry, how come the police didn't look into this band?
I mean, it's actually kind of surprising to me too, because they weren't as bad as they were until Pella joined, and it was just, I mean, because he was.
Oh yeah.
I can't even understand how to talk about.
Before we get into that, you want to tell them what they would do at their concerts?
Yeah, he would harm himself. That's the easiest way to say it. He would harm himself on stage. He would bring pig heads on the stage, and it was like he would splatter all over the front row.
And this was all Pella.
All Pella. That's the thing. If you look back at what I look back at, like all the videos and all that.
There's videos?
There's videos. There's live videos. And there's pictures.
I mean, I know there's pictures, but videos?
Yes. And it's all on YouTube.
Guys, look at the description. Did they have beef with each other? Like, I feel like with their, like, issues that they had, I feel like they definitely had beef with each other.
There was some pretty big beef between Pella and Oystein.
Yes, after the group kind of moved into with each other at this like house and just kind of a lone house in it, they use it as a practice space too, but it got 10 times worse, especially because Oystein just grew, I don't even try to find the word, he really liked the fact that Pella was depressed and that his mental state was bad, because it was kind of for the atmosphere and aesthetic.
Yeah.
And he was just so fond of it that he kept it going.
Yeah.
Like he would.
So he's basically trying to suicide bait him.
Yes.
Basically.
Like he bullied him. He even got a shotgun and used it, like put it up to like Pella's head, telling him like it'll all be over if you just one shot to them. It'll all be
Like he
over.
kept like encouraging him basically.
So if y'all guys don't know, this is the same band that used the dead photo as a cover.
Yeah, and that actually happened due to everyone left Pella by himself because he moved from Sweden to Norway to be with his band, and I guess he didn't have a way home maybe, but everyone in the band had left for Easter to go hang out with their families and be with them, and they left Pella by himself. And then the thing is, Oystein knew that this was bad. It's like he knew what happened, and I say this because one of the earlier band members said that. Like one of the earlier band members did say that it was like he was purposely left by himself.
Yeah.
With how bad his
If
mental
they
state
knew
was.
how bad he was, and they still decided to leave him, I feel like it was planned for him to kill himself.
And they left the shotgun.
Yeah.
Exactly. They left the shotgun.
Yeah, and I think I fully do believe in my own beliefs, in my own opinion. I do believe that it was purposely left there, and he was left by himself
Oh yeah.
for this to happen. And it did. He ended up harming himself on his wrist and his neck, and then he left a suicide note that said, "Excuse the blood," as it started off, and then he wrote a few other things, and that's when he shot himself.
We do have a photo of the cover. We have censored it. You can't really tell what it is. There's no blood, but we do have it. We will be showing it. R.I.P. Rest in peace.
And afterwards, it took them like a while to also call emergency services as well.
Yeah, Oystein, for some reason, I don't know if this is true or not, I got it from like multiple different websites and just multiple different things, that he didn't have a key to his own house, which I thought was weird. He didn't have a key, so he went through the window with a ladder to Pella's room, and that's where he saw it, which is why I also think that it was purposeful, because he went straight into Pella's bedroom.
Yeah, why would he go into his room?
I know, how would he know that window was unlocked, or that window was open? How would he know? Why would he go into that one specifically? But he went in there, he saw what happened, and instead of calling any emergency reinforcements or anything like that, he went straight to a convenience store, bought one of those one-time only pictures, like cameras,
Yeah.
came back to set up everything to look right. Like he put the knife in one area, he put the gun in one area, and then he took a picture.
And used it as an album cover.
And not only that, which the band members today say that it was rumored around that Oystein started the rumors, but that he took pieces of Pella's skull, put them on necklaces, and only gave them to people he thought worthy of them. And he also said that he made a stew with his brains.
And the police did nothing about this. The police didn't know about this, nothing.
No, but it was in newspapers.
And the police didn't do anything about them?
Nope, didn't do anything. I mean, maybe they did, and I haven't gotten that right information about that. Maybe they checked and realized that all of the necklaces weren't real bone.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know how that went, but that's weird.
And also, and I could be wrong about this, I don't even think Oystein was the one that called emergency services when they did finally get called. I'm pretty sure the other band members had to as well.
Yeah, because he called Jorn, and he was like, "You'll never believe this. Like, it was so cool. Pella just killed himself." Cheerfully. And I actually got that information from an interview with Jorn.
Be careful who you're friends with. So what exactly happened after his death?
Pretty much they just made it the album cover, and
Because I did read somewhere that one of the band members, I'm pretty sure his name was Varg, he went to jail.
that's pretty far after that. So actually, Jordan left after, because I think they were so disgusted with Oystein that they left. They were finished with it, except for Hellhammer. He stayed for some reason. He went, you know what, I'm devoted to this band, I'm gonna stay with this band. This is why people
Cold like behavior, guys.
like you. This is why people don't like you. Anyway, I love him, but we don't talk about that. But yeah, so after the whole thing, no, I don't even think it was 4 months later, after the suicide, Oystein bought a place and made it a record shop called, I'm gonna say Helvete, which I could be butchering that so bad.
It's okay.
But it was also a rehearsal space or a get-together for a group of black metalists called the Black Circle, which Oystein did start, and that is where he met, his record shop is the reason why he met Varg, which his real name is Christian Wagnernes, and but he changed his name to Varg because he's like, I'm not Christian, and he was actually, he grew up with very...
Speaking of Christians, like, I heard that they burned down a church.
Yeah.
How many churches are we talking?
9 in a year.
Yeah, like 9. Yeah.
But that's due to his parents were really racist growing up,
Okay.
and they were Nazis. But we're gonna have to bleep that out.
They were...
Yeah. And you gotta think they have Viking ancestry, and he did it as like, he didn't admit to doing it. He never admitted to doing it. He said in an interview, he's like, I didn't do it, but if I did do it, I would have done it for revenge on Vikings, because apparently Christians, I think, I don't even know, like overthrew Viking, like, cemeteries maybe. But yeah, he did it as kind of like a vengeful thing.
So lovely. So back to like Varg and Euronymous. What happened with them to like tie it all together?
I mean, I guess they kind of liked each other at first. Varg was like 19 when they met, and I think like Euronymous was like 22 maybe. But let's see, they got into it a lot off of, because Varg had his own like band.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna butcher the name so hard, so I'm just gonna put it here on the screen. He had his own, and he was trying to get funds for it and all that, and he wanted the fame.
Yeah.
And so everything he did, even though he still won't admit to it to this day, he wanted it to be famous. So he went to the press, and he got them to, basically know about the burnings and picture it, put it on things. He wanted his like photos of him getting arrested being in the newspaper. Like, he wanted it all. And Euronymous was like, I don't want this. Like, I don't want to go to jail.
Yeah.
Even though he did all this bad stuff. He's like, I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to be caught for this. And so they butted heads a lot. And eventually Euronymous did close down his record shop because it was getting way too much information from the press and the police, and he was like, I'm not having any of this. Yeah. And then eventually it got to the point where I think Oystein Euronymous was so pissed off that he told his childhood best friend, which was also friends with Varg, that he was on the phone, and he was like, I want to kill Varg. I want to tase him. I want to tie him to a tree. I want to beat the crap out of him, and then I want to leave him for dead. So, and then I actually got this information from Varg, and I will talk about that in a little bit. I got this information from Varg that he was told by the childhood friend that what Euronymous said. And so but you know, and then this guy was like, you know what? I'm making my way 300 miles, by the way. Making my way. He brought a friend with him. I think it was actually the childhood friend. He brought the friend with him, drove all the way to Euronymous' apartment, and showed up, like, I think in the middle of the night, like 3 a.m. or something. And then he was like, let me in, we need to talk. It's important. Like, it's about these papers. He had signed papers.
Yeah, he had like a contract or something. He was trying to get him to sign it.
Yeah. He was already signed it. He wanted, you know, to talk to Euronymous about it. He was like, I think it was to separate, because I think they conjoined their albums or like their things. And then I think he wanted to separate it or like get away. But I honestly believe this was just an excuse to get him alone. Because he wouldn't even let the childhood friend go up with him. But Euronymous was like, come back tomorrow. And then Varg was like so like into it. He was like, I need to talk to you now. This is important. Let me in. So he let him in. He told the other friend, he's like, stay out here. I think his name was like Blackthorn.
Because I'm about to do some shit.
About to do something. Stay here. Be my getaway driver. So he goes in and he's talking about this contract. And then he states that Euronymous grabbed a kitchen knife and went to attack him, but missed. And so Varg states that he grabbed the kitchen knife and he stabbed him 23 times. And as Euronymous is getting away down the stairs, he's just continuing. And he's running.
So he's just running and stabbing at the same time.
Yeah. And so Euronymous, his body's on the floor. At the end of the stairs, body on the floor, Varg leaves. Varg gets in the car, he's like, go. And then they leave. And the next morning, that's when they found the body. And
but they found the contract.
They found the contract,
which is why they caught Varg, right?
Signed and dated. Yep. Signed and dated. They realized, and then they were like, "We know who did it.
We know who did it, guys."
So
if you're gonna kill someone,
trying to get you guys to do anything bad.
After he kills him, he gets on trial. He's
in prison for 21 years.
Okay, so let's come to the present now. You did mention that you got information from Varg himself.
Yes, he actually
Varg does have a TikTok.
He has a TikTok and I follow him on it. I follow his TikTok.
And he does talk about it on his TikTok.
He has a wife and children, by the way. Why did his wife marry a murderer? I don't know.
Okay, but I would say he murdered him for a low-key good reason. Guys, hear me out. If I heard one of y'all talk about I'm gonna leave her for dead, y'all are next. Guys, I'm not a murderer. I don't get down violence. I love my friends.
Okay, so continuing on. There's a movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's called Lords of Chaos. Please, no one watch it with the intent of getting information from it. That thing is completely false. As been told by Necro Butcher, which is Jorn himself, he said in an interview that Hollywood didn't ask him at all, or anyone, like Hellhammer, no one, what happened. Didn't gather any information. They gathered information from, I guess, past interviews or whatever they found on the internet.
Or just like Wikipedia.
And they didn't ask any information, and they got so much of it wrong. Like, who's Kat? For the people who watched the movie, who is Kat? She's not a real person. You can't tell me she is otherwise. She's not real.
Guys, don't watch it. It sucks.
I watched it, and I enjoy it as a movie. It's so sad.
If it didn't have correlation to real people, it would be a good movie.
It would be a good movie, but it has correlation to a movie, so it's not
it's trying
okay.
to say it's based off true events.
Yeah, but that's pretty much it. The band is still ongoing.
Yes.
But they're not as bad. They've learned to tone it down.
Anything else before we end it here?
I think that's pretty much it. I'm going to continue to follow Varg because he still writes music based off of that same. He wrote music in prison, which actually they kept him only for 16 years out of his 21. Yeah, apparently he has really good behavior, and I actually think he's a good dad. I've seen his TikToks, and
He
is a good
does.
dad.
He looks, might I say, better now.
He considers himself a wizard, which I love so much.
Okay. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.